Triple M's Hot Breakfast, it's 27 to 8. And there was a media conference down at Arden Street yesterday, Aegis Stadium, and the announcements were good for the Kangaroos. First of all, Blades have stayed as a major sponsor of the club. Mazda have continued their association with the Kangaroos Football Club. They've put Brad Scott on for another year, which is great, so 2 years of clear air there with the coach. And I think most importantly for all that, that's all the backroom activity. But for those who love the game, the biggest story that came out of it was Brent Harvey, the captain, the superstar, and one of our favourite players, signed up for another year. And he joins on the line this morning. G'day, Brent.
Yeah, good morning, boys.
Boomer, congratulations, mate. Another year. It must have been a couple of times during the course of this year where you thought maybe a dislocated thumb, you're copping a bit of grief off Dermot and different people. You might have thought, geez, I might give it up, but you've decided to go around again.
Yeah, actually never entered my mind, Eddie. The little thumb, mate, I've got another one of them, so we won't be complaining about that. And blokes like Dermy don't get to me too often, mate. So I've had a few clips along the way, and there's a few more to come. But it's just a very exciting time, as you mentioned. You know, Blades and Mazda re-signing, and obviously we've got a great coach in Brad Scott who extended his contract for another year too. So it's pretty exciting down the footy club, mate. So I'm just hanging around and trying to enjoy some success while I'm still going.
Hey, Boomer, you know what I'm rapt to see, and I hope this is the case, and you play for as many more as you like, 2 or 3 more. Now, hopefully you're not going to get the hardest tag every week that Swallow and Zeeble and the improvement in Bastanak and Greenwood and these guys, that you can drift forward, come in and just pinch it and help the boys out. But really enjoy all the hard work you've put in without so much scrutiny in the next couple of years. Yeah,
you're spot on, Das. And to tell you the truth, mate, I've probably been waiting for it for a little bit longer than I would have liked to. You know, blokes like Andrew Swallow, who you mentioned, Daniel Wells now, who's had an exceptional year. There's some really young guys really developing underneath. And it's probably taken, as I said, 1 or 2 years more than what I would have liked. But now you're spot on. You know, I can just play as a forward role. And, you know, they've been going to Daniel Wells a little bit more this year, and also Andrew Swallow. So it's it's good to get off the leash every now and then. And, you know, if that can happen, or even some weeks I'm still taking a tag, and if Wellsy can get off the leash, you know, that's pretty exciting for our footy club as well. There's nothing better than seeing Daniel Wells running down the wing with the ball and no one near him.
Not that I'm sensitive to people misconstruing comments that are made and turning them into something completely different, but that was exactly the point you made earlier in the year, and you copped a barrage of criticism when you said it was time for the first year or some of the younger players to step up. It must be great, Brent, having thrown down that challenge to your teammates, that they have responded.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. And, you know, it's not only blokes like Andrew Swallow and Daniel Wells. We've got Sean Atley and Karen Harper, first yearers this year, have come in and made a big impact. You've seen how much we can miss Ryan Bastanak and Levi Greenwood, who were both injured at the first part of the season, and they've come in and their impact's been sensational. We really miss them guys. The development of Todd Goldstein, and, you know, I can just name another 3 or 4, maybe even 5 or 6 young guys underneath. And, you know, we are a little bit off Collingwood and Geelong because they both thumped us. But, you know, we've seen on the weekend with Hawthorn we can match a top 4 team. Also the week before with Carlton. So we're not too far off, Ed, and that's the most pleasing thing about it. So now we've just got to get your mob and the Cats, and
Mate,
we'll see how we go.
No one underestimates that. It doesn't take that much. That's the point.
Don't mention the war today, Boomer. We're going to talk about that shortly. But your speed, you've managed to keep it 33 years of age. Have you detected at any stage that maybe that zing's not there? Because from where I look, and we get to watch you every week, you're as fast as you've ever been.
Yeah, well, it's something Dean Laidley said to me probably 3 years ago now. He said if I keep my pace, I could play for pretty much as long as I want. And I thought, gee, that's not too bad. It was just one thing that I've got to hold on to. I can make a few more years out of my body yet. So I do a little bit of work most days before training and also at training and breaking off the line and just doing all the little things that sort of maintain your speed. And I don't think I've lost a great deal, if any. And, you know, I'm not afraid to take them on. So probably at the end of the day, it's just a little bit of confidence as well.
We love watching you play, Boomer. You're an out-and-out star. It's one of the great stories in football, your story. Congratulations on another year with the North Melbourne Football Club next year.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
Great man. Little Boomer Harvey. He's an out-and-out star. There was a couple other things said at the press conference yesterday that we need to run by. Big Eduardo. Mick.
Yeah, no, I'm all ears.
You're all up for it?
Like to hear what's going on.
Well, we had a good go at this before.
I think we need to revisit it again and just see if there's anything else you'd like to add, Ed, because forthright, a little bit animated you were before. And
here's the first thing you don't do. You don't ever throw a red herring in a press conference when you're supposed to be pumping up your sponsors.
Talking about that next, 22 to 8.